Showing us how your characters are with their friends is a great way to help us understand the types of people they are. So writing an authentic friendship is essential. That's why I'm sharing 5 tips for writing believable friendships. Let's get started. Hey guys, Nour here and welcome back to my channel. For those visiting for the first time, hello! I'm the fantasy author of the novel Divinity Falling. Be sure to subscribe for writing advice videos that will take your story to the next level. So without further ado, let's dive into the 5 tips for writing believable friendships. Tip number 1, describe how they met. Your characters didn't just meet when you decided to write the story. They've been friends long before you began writing, and your job is to capture that history. So mentioning how they met or even showing readers how they met is helpful. You could either briefly summarize their first meeting or describe it in detail. Some writers choose to write a flashback for this, while other writers simply mention it with whatever's going on in the current scene. Tip number 2, show their differences. Think about it. You and your friends are all unique and have different personalities, backgrounds, beliefs, and aspirations. For example, you might be the only writer in the group. One of your friends might be bilingual. Another might be a downright comedian. The same idea should also apply to the friendships you write. No two friends should be a replica of one another. By highlighting their differences, you make them believable and engaging. Plus, being different allows them to disagree on some things and learn from each other, just like we do in real life from our own friendships. Tip number 3, give them shared experiences. We become closer to our friends when we do things together and bond over shared experiences. Even if it's as simple as going to the movies together or winning a game together, those experiences connect you. Similarly, you want to give your characters shared experiences. They're not just friends because they exist in the same world. They do stuff together. They go on adventures, share food, and get into silly situations together. So figure out what those shared experiences could be for your characters. Tip number 4, illustrate how they support one another. For any friendship to be believable, the characters must support one another through the good and bad times. If a character gets a promotion at work, their friend takes them out to celebrate. If a character gets fired, their friend brings them wine and lets them cry until they feel better. Showing this kind of support makes your characters feel like they truly care for one another, just like how real-life friendships work. And of course, if you ever want to highlight a toxic friendship, a great way to do that is by showing how characters don't support one another. And tip number 5, show their flaws and weaknesses. Let's be honest, no friendship is perfect. Remember, we are all unique and have our own quirks and beliefs. We're bound to make a mistake or do something that the other person doesn't like or agree with. Overcoming some issues is normal in friendships. Issues might be rare, but they still happen. So when you're writing friendships, don't be scared to give your characters flaws that sometimes stir their friendships. Maybe a character is scatterbrained and they forget that they were supposed to meet their friend for lunch. The way they deal with this issue together can show readers their closeness. So that's all I have for you today. I'd love to know, how do your characters support each other in your story? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe because I put out writing advice videos every other Wednesday that will help you take your story to the next level. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media to see what I'm up to from day to day and to chat with me. And before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sarah Frayne, Alan J. Early, and Noah Quavanti from my shout outs here over on Patreon, as well as all my amazing patrons. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate you. And remember, Nour for president.